Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson was a great player. He's on here primarily because of his stat line. First ever NBA player to get a triple-double season. And it took a little while after that. People thought he was the only player who was ever going to do it. But Russell Westbrook, obviously, he's on his 3 straight triple-double seasons. And his MVP season in 2016-2017. He's a great player. Although he only won 2 rings in the early 70s, that was really about it. He had a good stat line. He was a good player. He didn't really do that much else. He was great. He's a Hall of Famer, obviously. But he was pretty good. Number 4, Isiah Thomas. Isiah Thomas was the ringleader of the Bad Boys Pistons team that terrorized the 80s. He also has 2 rings. Although he is one of the most hated NBA players of all time, he's also up there as one of the greats. He's only 6'1". He's not the biggest dude, but he's very skilled. He had good handles. He could pass very well. He's a very complete NBA player. And although he was dirty, he could just get the job done. And that's all you really want, I guess. The flashy handles right there. Number 3, Steph Curry. You either love him or you're a Cavaliers fan. No gray area. Steph has revolutionized the game of basketball. The 3 was not in use that much before Steph Curry came into the league. I hate to say it, but he's really the father of good 3-point shooting, consistent 3-point shooting. It wasn't a thing before him. Well, I personally don't like his style of play and how he constantly shoots threes. It seems to work for him because, he has 2 MVPs and 3 rings. The only time he didn't win a ring, his only loss was, his 2 losses were the Raptors and the Cavaliers. Anyway, number 2, John Stockton. Although he never won a ring, he is the all-time leader in assists and steals. He played his whole career on the Utah Jazz with Karl Malone. He is definitely a Hall of Famer. He could be number 1 if he would have won a ring or 2. He was a great player. He was not just a one-way player. He could get steals. As I said, all-time leader in steals. He was just a great player, guys. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. All right. Here we go. He had a lot of good highlights. So just watch them for a little bit. Number 1, Magic Johnson. Let's go. Man, do I really need to explain anything right here? Obviously, the greatest NBA point guard of all time. He's got 5 rings, 3 MVPs, 4-time NBA assist leader. He's a great player, guys. Great player. Got a lot of blocks, too. He wasn't like John Stockton, who got a bunch of steals. He got a lot of blocks, more blocks than he got steals. He was a great player. He was one of the more complete NBA players. His only weakness, not really even a weakness. The only flaw in his game was his really 3-point shooting.